Hey folks, nothingwired.com. We have the Samsung Galaxy Grand here. Let's check out the hardware now. The Galaxy Grand sports a 5-inch TFT LCD screen, 16 million colors, 480 by 800 pixel maximum resolution. That's WVGA, so no HD screen here. On top you have the earpiece and LED notification light, a proximity sensor, the 2MP front camera. You can see it's marked duos here. That means this guy has a smart dual SIM feature. Below you have the familiar home hard key. You'd have two soft keys here, the back and the menu key. On the left side is the volume rocker. On top you have the 3.5mm jack. Here you have the lock button, and then below you have the micro USB port. The back side sports the 8MP snapper with the LED flash and your speaker grill. The phone has a nice marble pearl, white kind of a color. The back flap, although it's plastic, it has a very nice metallic honeycomb like texture that gives the device a very premium look. It shines really nice. So no surprises here. Plastic back flap, although it looks like a very high-end plastic. So you have the 2100 mAh battery here, space for both the SIM cards, full-size SIM cards. To remove this you would need to remove the battery, but not for this. You also have space for micro SD card to remove or insert, which again you need to remove the battery. The phone feels pretty rugged, fits nicely into your hand, and those of you who find the Note or the Note 2 a bit too big for your hands, this guy is just about perfect with the right amount of real estate and the size. In fact, when you first look at the Galaxy Grand, you might actually mistake it for the Note 2. There you have both the devices, and you can see the front side is very similar. You have almost the similar round edges there, except the home button, which just about differ in the shape. Again, you can see the sides very similar. There you see. On the back side, however, the Note 2 has the speaker grill here and the Grand has here. But overall, Samsung kind of adopts the Note 2 look here to give their 5 or larger screen devices a distinct look. Yeah, so that's the hardware. It feels just a tad heavier than the Note 2. Nice. Yeah, so we'll come back with the user interface. Now let's take a look at the user interface of the Galaxy Grand. The Grand runs on Android Jelly Bean, that's 4.1.2. There you can see the model number GT-I9082. Now the Galaxy Grand has many features that came with the S3 and subsequently with the Note 2. And at this price range, although the specs is about half of S3 and lower than Note 2 of course, you get the UI features that are much like those high-end phones. So at about 21k odd, you get the features that you would otherwise get with a smartphone that's over 30k. So there you can see a typical Jelly Bean lock screen there, ripple. So you have the shortcuts here. Dragging any of the shortcuts upward will take you to that particular application. You can also customize this particular lock screen in settings. So let's unlock it and you get to the familiar home screen there. So you can add or remove any from here. You can also long press on any empty space to either add static or live wallpaper or your widgets. There you see. As with Jelly Bean and ICS, the widgets are arranged side by side with your app. You have the app dock that's customizable. There you see, you can put any of your favorite apps here, but it will only hold 4 apps plus the menu. So that's your main app drawer. Pressing menu here will again give you typically some same options that you would get when you long hold on an empty area, like adding apps and widgets or folders, set wallpapers. Let's go to the setting. Again, a typical ICS and Jelly Bean settings there. So here you can see it supports DLNA, that's wirelessly transferring files between supported devices. You have the home screen mode that came with the Note 2, so you can have an easy mode where you have larger widgets, mostly for first time smartphone users. You have a blocking mode, enabling which will let you restrict calls and notifications within particular time. Let's say you're at a meeting. So you have the SIM card manager. The Grand supports smart dual SIM, so you have 2 SIM slot. One is the default one, we can quickly toggle that. You can also toggle straight away from the notification bar. There you see. You also have the same scrolling function toggle button. You can see the Grand also supports multi-window that came with the Note 2. So I have both the SIM cards activated here, and when I say dual SIM on, what will happen if I'm on call on SIM 1 and someone calls on SIM 2, then that call will get forwarded to SIM 1 and I'll receive that call as a waiting call behind my already existing running call. So it's not exactly a dual active SIM technology, mind you, where both SIM are active and both SIM gets the reception. What happens here is when you're on call on SIM 1, SIM 2 would come as not, or you can what hap what happens here is that when you're on call on SIM 1, the SIM 2 would come unavailable, but then the smart dual SIM feature would route the call to SIM 1. So that's kind of a workaround for the dual active SIM. Basically solve the same purpose. So you have same settings there. You can configure your lock screen. In display again you have some features that came with the S3 and subsequently Note 2. You have page buddy, smart stay, and that will prevent the screen from dimming and going to sleep while you're looking at the screen, as in while you're reading a web page or a book. You can add your many accounts here. There you see, still no Twitter account. Then let's check out the about device. So there's the model number, you can see the version 4.1.2, that's the build number. Yeah, so let's quickly go and check out some of the apps. Again, you would find pretty much the same apps that you would see on the Note 2 and S3. You'll have the native Google Android apps like G Plus and your Gmail app. You will have Maps, Locals, Play Store, Talk, Navigation, Messenger Plus, etc. You'll also have the in-house Samsung apps like Chat On, Game Hub. Then you have S Memo, S Suggest, S Planner, Samsung App, Samsung's own App Store. You have S Voice that came with the Galaxy S3, Samsung's own video player, there, Samsung's own file manager there. But there is another in-house app which is very useful and came here for the first time, is My Services. It did not actually come here for the first time. It came with the S Duos, but then you had My Music and My Movies as two separate apps. They collaborated all and put them inside one particular app called My Services. So you would have My Movies, My Music, My Learnings, and other apps here. It takes some time to go to the dashboard, so we'll come back to it later. Let's check out the camera. So it has an 8MP camera, 8MP back camera. It lags just a bit while taking photo. I'll show you. Let's see. Just a moment, not much. You can toggle here for the video. Again, just a tad lag, but nothing to be concerned about. So that's the front camera toggle button, 2MP front camera. You have some settings here. That's for the flash. You have the scene modes there. You have some effects there, and then your settings. Again, pretty much the same you would find on the Galaxy Note 2 or the S3 for that matter. Yeah, you can long press any of the icon to assign any of these particular icons as that, so that you can access them quickly. There you see. Read about the sample and the quality of the image and videos in our detailed review. You can see in the description for the link. What else? Let's check out the browser once. Again, you can see, as its Jelly Bean does not support playing flash files out of box. However, it's pretty multimedia rich. There you can see. You can quickly add tabs from there, or incognito tab. Also you can go to your bookmarks from there. In the settings, you have an option of requesting the desktop view. So this browser by default loads the mobile version of the website if it has any. You can request or force the desktop view. It will reload and then show you the desktop version. You'll have some settings here which are again pretty much the same with other Jelly Bean Samsung smartphones. You can have print, but this mainly supports the Samsung printers only. Let's check out the gallery. So again the same, all albums are arranged in stack. So once you open one, all albums get arranged here like the folder view, and you have all the photos and videos here. Long press any one to select multiple. You can also long press here and then move it to any particular folder there. You can also share them using these means. You can delete them, you can select all. Can you see the pop-up play feature there? Short video, so I'm gonna show you the pop-up play feature properly. There you see. Like in case of Note 2, you can increase or decrease the size. Yep. What else? You also have some third-party apps, some popular ones like Flipboard, or you have Dropbox. FM radio still does not play without your earphones plugged in. Music player. Again, same, there you see the music square that arranges your music according to the mood. So if you go here, it will play a music that's both calm and joyful. There you see. The same tabs, all playlist, albums, artists, folders. Here you would have the equalizer options. Looks very familiar, same. You have settings where you can configure the equalizer from here as well. As Memo is again pretty much the same, so you can have both written with a third-party capacitive pen, or if you prefer the keyboard only, then you can have the keyboard here. Talking about the keyboard, you have the Note 2 style amazing keyboard that has a dedicated number row, which was our favorite. So you would find no difficulty in typing in either the landscape mode or in the portrait mode, thanks to the 5-inch real estate it has. You can also use a capacitive pen to write there. Now let's go to my services, and there you see, as I told you, my music, my movies, and they have added few more, my education, mobile TV, and my radio stations. So clicking on it will download them. You can listen or download them as applicable. A video player. You've seen my files, you've seen S Planner. Yeah, so that's pretty much about it. So as you can see, the Galaxy Grand has most of the feature of the S3 and the Note 2. Now, you might ask whether this is a good buy at 21k odd, because probably a few competitors, close competitors, are selling their product for much less than this. I understand that, but what you get with this 5-incher is that not hardware wise but UI wise, interface wise, you get almost all the features or most of the features that you get with the Samsung smartphones that are over 30k, that are the S3 and Note 2. So if you like the Note 2 or S3 for their features, innovations, motions and smart stay, multi-window, then you would definitely like the Grand. So you won't see this innovation, this kind of flexibility in a competitor. The album, at the same time you can write your mail. So that is the multi-window. You can see your competitor won't give you this. So this guy has almost the same hardware spec as the other 5 inches in the market, but has the feature of phones that are typically over 30k. Now whether you pay that premium for the feature is purely your choice, but then the Grand surely holds its own. Thank you.